Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just a quick update on the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, the CFPB, and the recent changes that have come into effect since the Trump administration took effect on Inauguration Day. Now, the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau has recently dropped multiple enforcement actions against major companies, including Capital One, Rocket Homes, Vanderbilt Mortgage, following leadership changes under the Trump administration. The lawsuits, which were originally filed under the former director, Rohit Chopra, were voluntarily dismissed just weeks after Trump's appointment of Jonathan McKernan as the new CFPB director. The CFPB, which has historically protected consumers from unfair financial practices, has faced significant turmoil under the new administration. With orders to halt most of the work that it was currently doing, they actually closed the headquarters and they laid off the staff. Now, Trump has criticized the agency, arguing that its mission was designed to harm businesses, while, of course, supporters emphasize its role in consumer protections, hence the name Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. Among many of the dropped cases, the CFPB had accused Capital One of misleading consumers about high interest savings accounts. Rocket Homes, for those of you who heard of them, they were accused of illegally steering borrowers into its affiliate mortgage program, which is Rocket Mortgage. And then Vanderbilt Mortgage, which is connected to Berkshire Hathaway, was accused of pushing consumers into unaffordable loans for manufactured homes through Berkshire Hathaway's real estate company related with that. Now, the CFPB is not the only government agency that's rolling back enforcement efforts under the new administration. The SEC has also paused or closed many of its cases against several cryptocurrency platforms, including Binance, Coinbase, Robinhood, which is signaling a shift in the regulatory priorities. So, what does that mean for you? So, obviously, we got the loss or weakening of an ally for us as consumers when we're trying to get things done. I've talked to you guys in previous videos about the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau's efforts against the credit bureaus like Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. And I found out recently that the TransUnion investigation that they were doing, they've already dropped that one. But they've got an outstanding fine against Equifax and going after Experian as well. But those things were related to the requirement of investigations under the credit dispute process. Hopefully that will stick and stay into place. So we know that when we are disputing, of course, I dispute professionally for my clients. And if you're disputing for yourself, that you know that the credit bureaus are going to do an actual legitimate investigation of your concerns and related to your dispute. So hopefully we'll still have that. Now, what can you do about it? Okay, it's a government agency, they're changing it, not much you can do, but what can you do to protect yourself when dealing with any financial agency? Well, first thing you want to do is stay informed. I always recommend you guys subscribe to the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau's newsletter. Go to their website. Whenever you want to know a lot of things about finance and credit, this is where you'll get objective information, not information provided by someone, including myself, where we're selling a service, but you know you're going to get unbiased information because you want to keep track of the regulatory changes and how they affect your financial rights. And you got to know your rights. The Consumer Finance Protection Bureau's website has all that stuff laid out for you. Follow the updates from consumer advocacy groups. Follow reputable news sources and government agencies. Of course, you want to review your financial agreements that you have. So If you are doing business with any of the companies that I named, make sure you check your agreements. Make sure that, do your due diligence. Any of the unfair practices that they're accused of, make sure you're covering yourself if that's the status quo for them. Carefully review them and review your statements. If you have ongoing accounts with them, review your statements. Look for discrepancies and any misleading information or terms to that. With the CFPB being weakened, file complaints elsewhere. So since all of their efforts are being rolled back, consider filing complaints with the state attorney's office. The state attorney general has many different links and departments to help you if you're having complaints with a particular company. The FTC, if you need to get some help on a federal level outside of the CFPB, the Federal Trade Commission, and then there's some other consumer protection agencies that are around if you feel like you're getting some unfair treatment. Sometimes you can always seek legal advice. Now, of course, when seeking out an attorney, there's always the possibility of some sort of cost, but I would say you would want to reach out for an attorney that may do pro bono work or may be a class action lawyer that may be where you can maybe talk to them and see if your situation falls within a greater class action lawsuit. And so that attorney could also tell you if you have legal options outside of CFPB. And of course, you always want to make sure you monitor your credit and monitor your accounts. Regularly check your bank and credit accounts for unexpected fees, any changes in interest rate, or other suspicious activity. When they send those emails about policy changes to your account, don't dismiss them as boilerplate. Check and see if there's going to be an actual impact to your account that's going to take money out of your pocket. And of course, you can use free credit monitoring. Credit Karma is one, but of course, the key with them is to make sure you actually look at your credit accounts and not just their summary, because their summary is not giving you all the information. And then if you have an account with one of the companies that have had complaints and that have had actions cited against them, and now those actions are being rolled back, consider using alternative financial institutions. If you don't like them, go find somebody else, move your money there. If you're being mistreated at one institution, by all means, seek out one that has the client and membership in mind. That's why I'm a big fan of credit unions, because I love my banks. I have good banking relationships, but the credit unions, when I'm doing personal stuff, the credit unions are often, they're there for the members. They're not there for shareholders like public banks, and their policies and their programs are geared towards the members. So those consumer-friendly policies can usually result in more approvals, better interest rates, and cultivate that relationship, because I'm big on that. So at the end of the day, you want to support consumer advocacy efforts if you're into that sort of thing. I know me personally, I don't do a lot of involvement with the community stuff, but I do monitor and I do that. Obviously, you want to make sure your local lawmakers, that they're the ones who set policy. And so if your congressman, your senators help with that, you want to do that. Again, not getting political, but it's about policy. But more importantly, you want to educate yourself on these financial practices and take proactive steps to understand your rights as a borrower, your rights as an investor, your rights as an account holder. Pay attention to many of the nonprofit organizations that provide financial literacy programs and offer free resources to make you more informed. I provide videos like these for information, as well as I provide courses and things of that nature. But again, there's lots of advocacy and literacy out there that's free. Just make sure you're getting it from a reputable source. And so stay updated on any class action lawsuits that are out there. If you have a case that can be added to one, make sure you join that class action, not only in case you can get monetary compensation from it, but more importantly, that can be changed, that company's behavior can be changed, their policies can be changed for that. So long story short, that's where we're at in that. If you want more information, I could say go to Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, see all the information there, and stay up on it. And I'll keep you posted as these things come about. Take care.